guys! By now, I'm sure that you've caught on, but welcome to episode 4 of my YouTube 101 series where I teach you my tips and tricks that I learned as well as my advice and experience being a YouTuber, what I wish I knew when starting my own YouTube channel. I'm currently in the process of moving into my first ever apartment. This is super exciting. It's going to take a lot of time and energy out of me, so I am pre-filming this YouTube series to help. I know that I started my channel 3 years ago in February of 2015. It was definitely a New Year's resolution to gain enough courage and bravery to start my channel, so if this is you this year and you made a resolution to start a YouTube channel, I hope that this video has found you in a time of need or a time when you just want advice or relatable content and that this can help you. If this is the first video that you are watching, don't forget to check out the earlier videos in this series as well as newer ones if you are watching later on throughout the process of uploading, but I talk about literally anything and everything in depth with creating a YouTube channel, and this video is going to be all about how to get brand deals and sponsorships when you are first starting out as a new YouTuber. I remember my first brand deal that I did was super exciting, even though I didn't get paid, even though they basically just gave me a bottle of organic nail polish remover. It was still a really big step in my YouTube career, and it definitely helped me realize what I could do with this platform, as well as giving me incentive that, hey, somebody out there believed in me. That's all it really took. I also remember the first sponsored video that I did where I actually got a paycheck on PayPal, and I screenshotted it because it was a really big moment for me. I never want to forget how I felt the very first time I was paid to talk about a product. I know that this can be a controversial subject when YouTubers have a sponsored video, but at the end of the day, a lot of YouTubers that you watch that do sponsored videos are making a living off of YouTube. They're using their YouTube money to pay rent or to feed themselves. So I try really hard not to judge a YouTuber when they create sponsored content. There are a lot of ways that people can create sponsored content. I think Mamrie Hart and Anna Kano win for being the most creative and authentic with sponsored videos, but even if it's a minute or two at the beginning of their vlog, I just remember that they need this money to live off of, and that kind of changes things. Especially with YouTube's new rules on monetization, it is becoming incredibly difficult to make more money off of videos alone, so when you get a sponsored video, it means that much more knowing that you will get paid for a passion. You'll get paid for something that you are proud to create. Like, as a creator, that's what you want. You know, as an artist, you try to sell your artwork to people that appreciate it, and that is exactly what YouTube and other platforms like this are giving creators the chance to do. With my little rant out of the way, let's get started on how to get brand deals when you are a beginning YouTuber. Some people believe that you need an agent or a manager to get brand deals. While this can help, I personally do not have a manager, and I know that some people have had bad experiences with YouTube managers. It all really depends on the situation, but for this point in my life, you really do not need a manager to get brand deals. Sure, they could help, but they could also turn down brand deals you might have wanted to do. I also just want to clarify that if a brand ever reaches out wanting to do a brand deal with you and they are asking you to pay for their product, don't do it. That is an example of a brand taking advantage of a YouTuber because under their account they may assume that we are just naive young teenagers, or however old you are, kids that just got lucky in their bedrooms with this platform. But that's not true. We put in work. If we are talking about a product, we deserve to get paid for it. We deserve to not have to pay to promote your product because we are implementing a commercial into our videos. That deserves compensation, to say the least. I cannot stress enough about how many emails I've gotten of people wanting to collaborate, share their products, and then telling me that I would have to pay for their product. It's not fair. They're taking advantage of you. Don't do it. Lucy Moon actually wrote a really wonderful article on this. I'm just going to link it down below because it totally talks about everything that I just said except into more detail, and she is a great established YouTuber here on this platform. She's very authentic, and she wrote this blog post about how brands try to take advantage of you and kind of what it takes to work with a brand, what to do and what not to do. So if you find that helpful, I'll just link it down below. But my first piece of advice for how to get brand deals and sponsorships on your YouTube channel is be sure that you have a business email that is affiliated with your YouTube account, that you have linked in the bottom of every single video description that you have on your YouTube channel. So if a brand does find your YouTube channel or your content and wants to collab, there is a way for them to contact you. It's also super important that your email isn't something like Harry Potter fan 1995 or like Slim Thick Girl 97. Like, make sure that you have a professional email for a brand to contact you because it just shows that you are professional and that you take this very seriously. Going off of that, when a brand does email you, be sure to respond promptly and professionally. This is not a time to respond to them the way that you would text your best friend or your boyfriend. Think of it like you're responding to an email from your professor in college. You are a brand and they are a brand and you guys are collaborating. Be professional, be courteous, be prompt with timing, and just be kind. If you respond lethargically or like a kid or a teenager and use slang or incorrect spelling or grammar, they won't treat you as seriously, and this can take you a long way, not only with brand deals, but in life in general. Just please be professional. Check your spelling and grammar, proofread. I'm an English major, so I'm a little biased, but this can go a long way. It's important to make sure that your email is professional. Whenever I get an email asking to do a brand deal, I always respond promptly by saying thank you for reaching out. I'm glad that you want to work with me. And if they do not immediately talk about compensation, it's kind of crucial just to ask, I'm curious about what your compensation rates are like. What I tend to say a lot is, I'm interested in learning more. Can you tell me about your compensation rates and details about the collaboration? If the company does not plan to pay you, which is what compensation is, at that point it's kind of my take on whether or not I want to talk about the product. More times than not, I will receive products for free and then talk about them in my own time, or I'll say what I want to say about it. The only time that you should specifically be saying a script about a product is if they are paying you to say it. They should be paying you no matter what. I'm not going to lie, a lot of the products that I've talked about were sent to me for free, and then if I liked them, I would talk about them in a video. When you talk about them in a video, be professional once again about how you talk about products, because other companies may see your video, see how you work with other brands, and either like how you talk about a product and reach out wanting to work with you, or be like, that's not the best way to talk about a product. I don't want to work with this creator. So that's why I always try my best to be super professional when I do get a brand deal or collaborate with a product. I'm going to link some examples of my own videos when I had brand deals down below so you can see how I've implemented it, and I think these really helped me get more brand deals. You're not always going to get emails from brands, and if you're first starting out, your inbox will probably be empty for a while because you haven't done a brand deal before, and so brands don't really know how they view you as a creator promoting a product. This is when websites like Content Boulevard, Grapevine, or that one that looks like an octopus really comes in handy. And today there are even more websites I'm sure that brands can use to find creators that they send free products to. I've tried Grapevine before, but I'm pretty sure Grapevine you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers or something like that, and then you have to apply to get a brand deal, and you're not always accepted. I've used Octolily, or the one with an octopus, before, but again, I didn't have the best experience and I didn't get any brand deals out of this website. The one that I swear by, the one that gave me my very first brand deal, and I think the last one that I just did with that candle and lotions, I still use it, I check it all the time, is Content Boulevard. Content Boulevard is a website where if you're a creator, you can scan products that brands are asking people to promote, and if you're a brand, you can post brands that you are asking creators to promote. It's super easy, it's super nice, and you don't need a certain amount of subscribers to join or use it. You don't need to be that established. I got my first brand deal in my high school parties video. It was that nail polish remover. I basically just saw the product, I saw that you were sent two, one for yourself and then one for a subscriber in a giveaway. So I requested it, I told them my plan for the video, and they sent over the product. Super easy, and they typically respond within 24 hours, if not sooner. Most of the free products that I am sent come from this website. I will link it down below. I cannot stress enough how much I love Content Boulevard. So if you're a new YouTuber looking for brand deals, or just to start getting experience working with brands, I definitely recommend Content Boulevard. You can just scroll through the products, see what works with your brand or your content the most, and then request it. When you are requesting it, they'll ask you to write a brief description on how you plan to implement the product into your video. Be as specific and straightforward as possible, but also be vague enough where they can see like the flexibility that you have. So a lot of the times if I see makeup products that I want, I'll tell them that I would love to do an updated makeup routine. Always mention what types of videos do well on your channel, give them an example of views, and complete your profile. So when a brand clicks on your profile, they have an example of videos that you've posted on there, how many subscribers you have, how many brands you've worked with. It's just a way to build up your reputation and gain more brand deals. So I think I've requested the majority, I'll say 80% of the products from Content Boulevard that I've worked with, but sometimes brands will find me on Content Boulevard and reach out wanting to send me stuff. You can save a public business address. I recommend do not use your personal address. Even if it looks legit, you never really know who's sending you an email, so be sure that you have an address that you can trust, like a PO box. Your college address would be safer than your home address, but be very careful when you are giving out your address. With that being said, you can have an address listed on Content Boulevard for companies to send products to you, so sometimes they can just send it to you and see what you think about it. That works out really well, but I hope that this video helped. Those are my tips and tricks on how to get brand deals, Content Boulevard, Grapevine, professional email, and just experience. The first one is always the hardest to get, but once you have that, more people will see that like, oh, you can work with brands, and like this is how you are when you are promoting a product. And don't be afraid to reach out. I've actually contacted companies myself being like, hey, like not sure if you're interested, but I am a creator, I have this many subscribers, I have videos with this many views, and I would love to promote your product. A lot of people that I know on social media have started companies or are brand ambassadors for different foundations that they work with in college to gain experience with their own resumes. So I actually reached out to a friend that I know who is a brand ambassador, just telling her like, hey, would it be okay if I promoted some of your products? She of course said yes and sent over a bunch for me and my subscribers, so don't be afraid to network and reach out yourself if you know of someone that is a brand ambassador or works with a coffee or a chocolate company or has access to a lot of products or things that you think would make a really good product to promote in a certain video. Plan, email, be professional. I really hope that this helped. I hope it wasn't too sporadic. I feel like I just talked really fast and I don't know if everything that I said made sense. Let me know if you are a creator and have some other tips and tricks with how to get brand deals and sponsorships down below. I cannot emphasize enough everything that I have said in this video. I really hope that it helped. Don't forget to check out Lucy Moon's article. I'll link that as well. And if you are not already, subscribe to this channel. We really are like one big family on here with lots of love to go around, and it's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like as well because this really does help with my content, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this YouTube series that I'm doing. I hope that it is inspiring you to start a channel and work even harder, because I swear 2018 is just going to be everyone's year. It feels so great already. I love it so much, and I love you guys so much. So thank you as always for watching and supporting me. I can't stress that enough either, how much support I get on this channel. You guys are my rock. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon with my next video. Bye guys!